Hello, and welcome to volume 292. I'm Mark Graves, just a regular guy fighting prostate cancer, and I'm so glad to have you along for the ride. Let's see, first things first, thanks for being there. I really do appreciate that. One more week. I am not a football nut by any means, but I am a Miami Dolphins fan, and I'm extremely happy this week because we live one more week. We did make it into the playoffs. It took a lot to get us there, but we haven't been to the playoffs. I say we. I can't do that. The Dolphins haven't been to the playoffs since 2016, and they haven't won a playoff game since 2000. And Dan Marino, whose jersey I wear, although I gotta say, I'm thinking about buying a Christian Wilkins jersey. He's a wall. He is a brick wall. Let's see. He was the last quarterback who won a playoff game. That was in 2000. And I had my brush with greatness with him. I went with my buddy Jason. We went to see the Dolphins played the Chargers, San Diego Chargers, when they first came to LA, and they were playing in the tiny little stadium. I'm totally blanking on the name, but I apologize. I know I call it the black hole because it was $100 to park. The tickets were ridiculously expensive, but we could hear them. I mean, we were so close. You could actually hear them in the huddle. You could hear them talking to each other. And we were right there at the end zone. We were, one section away from the end zone, and it was fantastic. It was amazing. So we went to go use the restroom, and up on the second level, there's Dan Marino. And of course, he's, waving to everybody and stuff. So that was my brush with greatness, the closest I've ever been. Speaking of close, how about if I move the mic over here where it will do some good? The closest I've ever been to Dan Marino. So that was kind of neat. It's Tuesday here in Southern California. It sucks. And talk about kismet. I'm just getting ready to start my video, and I was going to begin my video with how many of you don't like the rain, because we're getting a lot of it. And I got a text from Lee Burgess in Florida, who's a member of the cancer crew. And he texted, he says, "Are you getting a lot of rain?" I am. This area here, we are getting a lot of rain, but we're not getting anything like they are in Northern California and Central California. My sister-in-law is a teacher in San Jose. No, not San Jose. Oh, goodness. It's kind of Santa Cruz. I knew it was the skate company, Santa Cruz. And she has to travel, I think, on Highway 17, which they had to close down. So she had to stay with friends because that was the only way she had to get to where the school was at. So, homes being washed out. If you've seen any of the videos, it's just massive destruction from the huge waves. And it has been crazy here. This is the kind of stuff I dreamed about when I was young, of surfing. And I've been out on big days, but for me, big day, I mean, even back when I was young and dumb and in good shape, I would freak out if we had a day over 10 feet. Those were big waves. The only time that I had really huge waves was down at the pier after a storm. But these things were taking out piers in Santa Cruz and Northern California. Down in San Diego, they were flying bombs down there, 25-foot faces on these waves at Blacks. It was just incredible. So, I've been watching the videos of it and thinking, man, I'd like to be in there. But I really wouldn't. I'm in my recliner. I'm warm. I'm safe. I'm not going to drown. And I'm okay. But those are the kind of things that I dream about now. And, I'm not giving up. I will be in the water again. I will be surfing again. I'll be stand-up paddleboarding again. I'm going to be able to do it all. I just have to work over some humps and get there, right? Positive energy all the way. So, Lee, yes, it is raining here, but nothing like it is in Central and Northern California. Although I got to say, earlier today, it was raining sideways. When it does that, we have a drainage canal south of my house. For some reason, the water flows north, goes the opposite direction of where that drainage is. So it pulls up on my side of the street. The the gutter, the water pools out about 4 feet. So if you have to go anywhere and it's pouring rain, you either have to slosh through, or you gotta, like for my truck, Kelly parks in the driveway, but for my truck, I gotta walk, in either the passenger side and climb over, which is not a pretty sight by any means, or just, take a jump and hope I make it. This morning I had to go to the dentist, and I totally lucked out because it stopped raining while I was in the shower. So by the time I went to get in the truck, the water had receded just enough that I could hop over and not put my life in danger to be able to get in the truck. So went to the dentist, got my cleaning. All last year I was not able to get cleaning because the beginning of the year I was still coming off of the chemo, and they can't work on your teeth when you're on chemo because you have no immune system, and if they snag something and get an infection, it could be bad. Then later in the year I had the new teeth going in, so they weren't able to do it at that time. So I went today, and I was jazzed, man. My dentist, who's I've been going to for I don't know how long, he says, man, he goes, your teeth look great. I said, well, I take good care of them, or try to anyways. I said, plus, as much as I've spent on these teeth, yeah, I'm going to take care of them. I apologize. I'm having a hot flash, so I'm going to turn my little fan on. So you're probably going to hear that noise in the background. Oh, it feels good. But yeah, this helps to get rid of the hat too when the hot flashes hit. But yeah, so good trip to the dentist this morning. That was amazing. I forgot to take my medications yesterday, which sucked. I couldn't figure out why I was not feeling right. And then when I went to go to bed, sure enough, I looked at it, oh man. And I'm one of those people, and you might be the same way. I kind of get in a rhythm of how to do things. And normally I wake up, I, sit up in bed, I pull the chain for the light on the ceiling fan. I lean over, I take a couple drinks of water, take my pills out, swallow those, and then I start my day. Well, I don't know, last couple of days, for some reason, I've been getting up and going straight to the bathroom, and which isn't a requirement for me. I wear a pee bag all night. So, but I've just been starting my bathroom routine, and then I forgot to do my pills. So when I took my pills last night, I thought, oh crap, didn't feel good all day. I understood why. And then I had AFib last night. There was a couple points where I was ready to wake Kelly up and just say, hey, either you got to take me or we need to call the ambulance, because I couldn't get my AFib to slow down and I couldn't get my pulse to go down. And normally my AFib is not real bad. It's kind of like a V8 motor running on 6 cylinders. I can feel it, but it's not super bad. Last night it was bad because it was combined with my pulse rate going up. So, lay there and asked my team for help, relaxed, prayed a little bit, fell asleep a couple times, woke up, got rid of the CPAP, and then finally fell asleep. And I know I must have been sleeping good because I woke up, half of me was on my nightstand. It's right next to my bed, literally, this far away, and it's the same height. And I've done that a couple of times. Well, more than a couple. I wake up in the morning and my left arm will be out over the laying across the nightstand, and I've knocked over glasses of water, knocked the glasses off of there, moved the CPAP a couple times. But so anyways, things you really didn't need to know, but now you do. Yeah, so I took the pills this morning when I woke up, as when I'm feeling more back in the rhythm. I'm trying to rest up a little bit. It was a busy weekend. Got a lot accomplished with my son on his car. Took the boat out on Saturday, and I was amazed. I mean, because we had nasty weather last week, and then all of a sudden, Saturday looked kind of nice. I looked at the forecast. Tides was going to be high, a little bit of a swell. Weather wasn't going to be too bad. So called my buddy Scott, said, do you want to go out in the boat? I said, great. So we took the boat out and had a wonderful day. When we took off, we weren't going to go out in the ocean. We were just going to go in the harbor, and then a real short little out into the ocean to Long Beach and back in. And once we got out, it was beautiful. I mean, I won't say it was as calm as a lake, but you're talking 1 foot wind swells out there. Well, not even wind swells, just 1 foot swell. Wind wasn't blowing. It was fantastic. We had a wonderful time. So we scooted over to Long Beach Marine Stadium, and that's where they do the water skiing in there. no one else in there. So I got a chance to open the boat up. Max speed's 35, but I did it, and I got in there and flew around, had a great time. Came back out, started heading for the open water, and evidently was going a little quicker, a little faster than I should have. For those of you who are new to boating, it's a no wake zone when you're in a harbor area, and how they determine the speed limit is you don't want to rock any other boat. So if there's a boat tied up to a dock, he's moored over there, and you cause a wake, it'll make his boat move like this. You don't want that. So you just want to, usually 5 miles per hour, right around there is enough that you're not going to cause a big wake. Well, I'm zipping along, and I saw harbor patrol, blue lights go on, guy pull, he'll come over in front of you and stop your forward momentum. So I just put it neutral and, slide a little bit. And he came up and he says, hey, you're kind of making a wake. And I said, I'm really sorry about that. Check my registration. And he goes, okay, well, listen, just keep an eye on it. Have a great day. And off we went. So he didn't write me a citation or anything. So I was lucky in that respect, but you did have a great time. Ended up heading up to Shoreline Marina and have lunch, watch some of I think we were watching, the Raider game, and then jumped back in the boat, headed back over, which is a good day. But those are heavy days for me. I do a lot of physical work, getting the boat in, getting the boat out, cleaning the boat when it gets back, getting the cover back on it because of the rain that's coming, the boat fill up with water. So that was Saturday. And Sunday, I didn't do much anything. I just kind of took it easy, watched football all day long. And then yesterday, got a few things done around the house. We got a new air fryer / toaster oven / broiler / baker, whatever. Got that put up. Decided to test it out. So I picked up chicken nuggets at McDonald's today, and I'm going to let them get cold. Well, they're cold now, put them in the fridge, but later I'm going to try them in the air fryer and see how it works. We've had one for a couple of years, but it weighs about 100 pounds, and it's too tall to fit under our cabinet. So we have it up in the cupboard above the refrigerator, and it's too much of a pain to get to. So we don't use it because it's stuck up there. So anyways, I'm just blathering on here. Let's see, Dennis, today I go tomorrow morning blood test for Dr. Holmesy, just a regular panel. And then Thursday, I have a CT scan. I have 3 of them coming up, so I got to look at the paperwork to see which one this is for. I think this one is my my chest, pelvis, and abdomen, which would also be for Dr. Holmesy, with contrast and without. So that'll be a long morning doing that one. And then the weekend's open. So I will see what comes up with that. Oh, actually, I guess not completely open. I'm going to be helping out as a safety range officer with the Orange County Gun Owners on Saturday morning. Then Saturday afternoon, we have the samurai meet. A bunch of us old guys have samurais get together and have a good time. Hopefully at a place that has TV so we can watch the playoff games on Saturday. And then Sunday, I'll be glued to my television. So that's pretty much what's going on. Thanks for letting me gab through here. It really wasn't a big point to this video, and I apologize. You know what? I will throw some pictures in from Saturday's boat ride to not make it a total waste. And we had what they call king tide. It was a combination of a full moon and a high tide, so it makes extremely high tides, extremely low tides. So Surfside, the people that live on the beach, right down on the sand. There's actually only 2 places that have that here in Huntington Beach, and they have to have a huge berm put up this time of year because the water comes all the way up and has in the past gone into their homes all the way out to Pacific Coast Highway. Because like at my house, if you go down to Pacific Coast Highway and you go north, it's really just a sliver of land that the road is on, and then you have the harbor on one side, you have the ocean on the other side. So, here's the area in the middle. Well, that's where they put the Pacific Coast Highway. And then on the ocean side of it, they also, in one area, built 3 rows of houses. And they're up on stilts, but still, the garages aren't, so they have water problems down there. So anyways, where we were launching at the Sunset Aquatic Marina, there was a guy that came out, and he was there when we came back. I'm assuming he came out really close to low tide. I'm hoping that there was enough water to at least get him to that point. But I'll put pictures in there, and you can see where he high centered himself on the land. He's stuck, so he's not going to be able to move. A buddy of mine, Tom Harrington from the cancer crew, said that he knew how to get it off, but he's a professional fisherman and up in Alaska, so he has been. Sorry about that. And but anyways, this guy's gonna have to wait for the water to come back in, so look for that in the video, and there'll be some still shots of it. So thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it. We're getting closer to 500 subscriptions on the channel. I appreciate every single one of the likes that you guys hit. That's the one thing that the algorithm really picks up on, is likes. So sometimes I got 80 people watching the video and I got 14, 15 likes. So if you're watching the video and I didn't annoy you too much, and there's something in here that brought you something, whether it's information you didn't know, joy, or whatever, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Commenting helps out too. As subscribing definitely helps out. So yeah, it'd be cool if we could hit 500 subscribers on the channel. That'd be pretty neat. And we're almost to 300 videos as well. So thank you all for being there. I totally appreciate it. Every single prayer, every positive bit of energy that you put out in the universe, every good thought, every aloha, every shaka, every good juju that you send my way, I'm extremely thankful for that. And I cannot tell you how much. I'm going to get back to doing what I was doing, which was actually testing out my recliner to see if it's still as comfortable today as it was yesterday. So enjoy the photos from the boat ride on past Saturday, and I will talk to you all in the next video.